Hey folks, let you guys on the engine forums, RCU and RC groups and whatnot know I'm kind of a K&B engine nutbag. So yeah, I ended up getting a whole pile of these little 20s and 28 Sportsters. They're little, they're kind of cute. Get a couple more in here. They're really underestimated by a lot of people. Guys that run these things say they're junk. They don't, they take forever to break in, and they don't spin a 8.6 at 18,000 RPM or whatever. The thing is, they're not designed for that. They are designed for big lumber. I got a 10.6 here. This is an APC. I got a 10.6 master air screw on this one. For a 20 and 28, that is probably the smallest prop that I would run on these guys. I guess you could probably run like a 9.5 or a 9.6. I think the minimum prop size, look at the paperwork right here. I think the prop size, the minimum prop is like a 9.4, I think. Let's take a look here. I think 7311 glow plug. Yeah, 9.4 propeller is recommended as a starting size. Non-idle bar plug. This is their stated RPM, probably on that 9.4, and that's actually probably a little bit higher than I would normally run. I find that these particular engines don't like to rev real high, and they don't like much nitro. I know my 65s, I tried running them on 15% nitro, 20% oil, and 11.7 prop, and they run hot, and it just didn't run for beans. So I started going to bigger lumber and a little bit less nitro, a little bit more oil, and they run really good. So what I have here, this is a 20. Most of them should be stamped on the crankcase of what they are. Some of them aren't. This one, we'll talk about this one in a minute. This is a 28. I've got a new 28 in here and a used 20. These are the first two that I got. I got them together. The 20 was just run hard, beat to crap, put away wet, all corroded and boogered up inside. I cleaned that up. That 20 runs fantastic. I was really impressed with these. I was so impressed that I actually got more of these. Made a deal with a guy on RC groups that I couldn't pass up. So let's see here. I got a 20 in here. Got a 20, got a 28. I gave a buddy of mine at least a 20 and a 28, maybe a couple more. I ended up with like 6 or 7 of these at one point, so I ended up giving some of them away because I just have too many. This guy right here. So I got a whole pile of spare parts with all these Sportsters, and this one's kind of a Frankenstein. If any of you guys have seen my video where I took a Fox 50 BB engine and put an MDS 40 piston and cylinder in it, and we did some Frankenstein stuff on it, and so I Frankenstein this one. This is a 20 crankcase, 20 crankshaft. At least the bottom section is pretty much all 20. Piston cylinder rod 28. So it's basically like a 25. And I know that K&B made a 25 hop-up kit for these. It was intended for the 28 or 20 crankcase and crankshaft that basically had the bore of the 28. My problem is that piston and cylinder, or that piston and that rod, were different than the regular standard issue 28 stuff. And what happens is the piston is just a little bit below deck at top dead center, and it actually has a little bit of SPI. This one doesn't have any SPI or sub-piston induction, but the other ones, some of them do. I had a thread going on RC groups about it. But anyway, so what I'm going to try to do today, Davis diesel head on here. I'm going to try to run these three here as a diesel on 10.6 props. I'm going to try both of these props and see how they run compared to the 20 that I've got in the box here. That was kind of my benchmark. I've got a thread on RC Universe about some 20 size diesel conversions that I've run, and then you know, if I get time, I have an OS 25 FSR. This is a lapped meonite piston steel liner that I got a Davis diesel head for $5, new in package from a hobby shop. And actually I got a new piston and cylinder, so I've only run the engine on the old piston and cylinder, and it actually ran pretty good. It just didn't hand start very good. So anyway, but that's a different day. Today I'm gonna try to run these K&Bs. So I'm gonna try to go and get my bench set up and try to burn some kerosene.